to a 60-minute foundations class with myself, Tara, at Camera Hot Yoga. Today's class, we're going to focus on Tadasana alignment, which is pretty much the focus or the basis of all of the poses within our practice, moving in and out of Tadasana and constantly finding what ways we can invite in Tadasana into our own alignment. So with that, we're going to get started on our backs, finding Tadasana. Also, corpse pose. So here our feet are going to be pointed up towards the ceiling, hip distance, exactly as if we were standing. Let your palms rest up towards the ceiling by your sides. Spread your toes. Feel your heels ground. The base of your foot broadens. And then can you start to pull your big toe towards your heel, engaging the arch of your foot. Notice your inner thighs rolling towards the ground. And within that action, what do you notice within your lower back? Can you begin to reach your tailbone towards your heels, your belly button towards your spine, drawing your bottom two ribs in, and creating length between your navel and your pubic bone, your ribs and your hips, your shoulders and your ears. Ground your upper arm bones into the floor. Reach your tailbone away from your ears. Slight tuck of your chin towards your chest. This is our Tadasana, this is our neutral. You can soften your joints as you engage your muscles. Begin to notice the slight heat of maintaining core engagement, the softness of your breath. Let's take a deep breath in through our nose. Exhale through your nose. Like that again. Inhale, expand. Exhale, contract. One more, breathe in. Breathe out. From here, lift your knees up towards your chest. You can take a moment giving yourself a squeeze, maybe some movement, some circles, little sways. Maybe it evolves into a happy baby type shape. Stay connected to your breath and notice how your breath is influencing movement, stillness, stretch, and relaxation. We're going to get into our core, build the fire. So our legs will come to a 90-degree shape. Thigh bones perpendicular to our torso, knees bent to 90, feet flex, toes engage. From here, push your palms into your thigh bones. Depending on the length of your arms, your elbows might be straight, they might have a little bit of a bend. We want to avoid having our knees come over towards our chest because this is a little bit of a cheat. We still are long from navel to pubic bone, between ribs and hips. Between ears and shoulders, push your legs into your palms. Your palms push back into your legs. Hold here, 3. Push a little harder, 2. Keep your feet engaged. Inhale. Exhale, hug your knees into your belly. A little squeeze. Take a moment. Alright, so that's going to become our starting position. And now we're going to set ourselves back up, legs to 90. walnut because there's so much pressure. Our left arm, left leg are going to keep doing exactly this. As we inhale, we're going to expand our right arm and right leg away from one another. And as we exhale, slowly resist back to center. Again, inhale, stretch right arm away from right leg, ribs pull in, belly pulls back. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, right arm, right leg, spread your fingers, spread your toes. Exhale to center. It doesn't have to go low. 2 more, breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale, both legs in towards your chest. Fantastic. I don't know, but for me it felt good, so hopefully for you it felt good. This is a nice exercise in practicing expansion through contraction, which we see in a lot of our poses, especially moving in and out of Tadasana. Set yourself up. We're going to do left side now. Right arm, right leg, keep pushing in towards one another. On your in-breath, left fingers reach away from left toes. And as you exhale, slowly draw towards center. Move slower. Inhale, expand. Exhale, contract. Breathe in, spread fingers, spread toes, strong core. Breathe out to center, relax your jaw. One more, inhale. Exhale, hug your knees in. Fantastic. Take a few rolls from your tail all the way to your shoulders, up and down the length of your mat, until you come to tabletop, hands and knees. We're going to go through cat breath. So here it's a big exhale, and we'll hold our breath out while finding a neutral or our Tadasana spine. So our inhale is cow. Exhale, breathe everything out. Stay empty, hold, suck your pelvic floor up, draw your navel back. Stay empty, Tadasana, neutral spine. 3, 2, 1, inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Stay empty, push the floor, lift your core. Neutral spine, stay empty. 3, 2, 1, cow. Cat. Hold yourself. Push into your toenails, into your fingertips. Neutral spine, stay empty. 3, 2, 1. One more, inhale. Exhale. Hold yourself empty. Feel your hip bones pulling towards one another. Neutral spine, hold. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, cow. Exhale, downward dog. Push the floor. Take a moment to move, to modify, to adjust. Spread your fingers wide. And note that if you're practicing not on a hardwood floor, if there's carpet and extra cushion, you have to be really mindful to ground your fingerprints to keep pressure out of your wrist creases. Can we push the floor so much that we feel our shoulder blades lifting up towards our armpits? And then relax, let your shoulder blades hug together. Push the floor away, shoulder blades slide up, and then shoulder blades slide down. Now come to halfway where there's push, there's a bit of the shoulder blade glide, but it's sustainable. Keep your knees soft. Feet are in Tadasana. Spine is in neutral. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let's look up towards our fingers. Travel to the top of your mat with a step, a hop, or float. Slide your hands halfway, breathe in, pause, find Tadasana. So in Tadasana, we want to stand equally between our heels, our toes, the inside and the outside of our feet. Feel your big toe and your heel pulling towards one another, engaging the arch. Notice your inner thighs rolling to the wall behind you. Your belly button pulls in and up. Your bottom ribs tuck in. Your collarbones spread wide. One more breath in. We'll fold forward, soft knees, breath out. Come all the way to standing. Sweep your arms up. Take your gaze up, maybe palms meet. And hands to your heart. Tadasana, mountain. Then check that your feet are hip distance. If you had skis on, you'd go straight down the hill. Fan your toes wide. Notice how most of your weight is standing in your feet. And can we stand equally? There's a very slight action of pulling your inner ankles back, grounding your outer ankles down. Through that action, notice what's happening within your thigh bones and to your lower back. Can we feel our upper arm bones pulling back behind us? As we reach our tailbone down and extend the crown of our head up. Breathe in. Breathe out. Sweep your arms up overhead. Inhale. Maybe you interlace your fingers, point your fingers out. You could squeeze your palms, hands apart. Do you? And then make a banana shape over to the right. So even though we're rounded here, we want to maintain Tadasana. And this is going to be part of your practice to constantly cycle through from your feet, your thighs, your hips, pelvis, spine, collarbones, upper arm bones, your fingers, your toes, as to how maybe you've lost Tadasana and what you can do to invite it back in. As you inhale, stretch a little bit longer through your side. And exhale, back through to center. Fantastic. Inhale, stretch up. And banana to the left. Try to keep a little bit of space between your chin and your chest. As your fingers point towards the left wall, let your hips draw towards the right. How are you on your feet? Is there slight internal rotation through your thighs? Can you draw pelvic floor up to navel, navel to spine, expand out, inhale, and to center, exhale. Let's take our hands behind our back. So pinky fingers touch, thumbs spread wide, and then draw your elbows towards one another. Your palms can act as a bit of a guide to encourage your pubic bone forward and up, your tailbone down, as you begin to find a standing back bend. Feel like your breastbone is being pulled up towards the ceiling. Maybe you gaze to the ceiling, maybe to the wall behind you. Relax your eyebrows. Soften your jaw. Inhale. And back to center. Exhale. Bring your arms out to shoulder height, and here we'll squeeze our fingers towards one another. Feel like you're leaning back against a wall. Fan your toes. Lift your arches up. And then slowly lift as high as you can onto your tippy toes. Breathe in. Breathe out. Slowly start to bend your knees like you're sliding down a wall. Slower than that. This is what I teach. Fantastic. And then as you're sliding down the wall, can you keep your ears stacked over your shoulders over your hips? Maintaining neutral Tadasana spine. Constantly finding the lift from the arches of your feet, up your inseams to your core, out the crown of your head. Pause where you are, take a deep balancing with mirrors, we can use our hands on our hips as feedback. We'll stay grounded through our right foot, lifting our left knee to 90. So we know our pelvis is out of alignment if we feel underneath our hands that our fingers are no longer level. Pull your thigh bone in towards your hip socket. Toes flex and spread. And as you lift your thigh bone up, can you reach your left sit bone down? Stand a little taller. Spread your chest a little broader. Inhale. And then we'll step back, crescent lunge, exhale. All 10 toes face forward. Fan your toes wide. We're still in Tadasana here, especially through our spine. Our crescent lunge is notorious for creating a kind of a collapse in our lumbar spine. So can we feel our tailbone and our ears reaching away from one another? Drawing belly button in, pelvic floor lifts up, and our hands on our hips ensure that our hips are still level. Let's take an inhale, sweep your arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, soften. Flip your palms forward, reach up like you're grabbing a bar out of the ceiling. And then as you exhale, pull your elbows down, draw your shoulder blades together, engage your upper back. Again, inhale, big sweep up. Exhale, pull down. One more, inhale, sweep up. Exhale, pull upper arm bones back, push your palms back, hold here. Sweep up. We're going to get our legs going as well. As you exhale, pull down with your arms, hover your left knee off the ground, and inhale, sweep up. 2 more. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. 1 more, come down, hold, 3, 2, 1. Hands back to your hips. And we'll take our left heel to the ground, warrior 1. To keep our pelvis in Tadasana, I find it best, rather than finding heel to heel, to give some space for my pelvis to come forward. As your right knee pulls towards your right middle toe, draw your right sit bone back. As you ground through the pinky edge of your back foot, internally spiral your left thigh forward, helping to keep 2 hips in one line. Here our navel and our breastbone point forward, and we'll sweep our arms up. Stay bent through your front leg, extended through your back leg. Hug your bottom ribs in, and constantly lengthening tail away from the crown of your head. Holding 3, holding 2, breathe in, breathe out. Hands come back to your hips, warrior 2. So we'll open up towards the side. Maybe toe heeling our left foot back just a little bit more. Our right leg doing the same thing. Our right knee pulls towards our right middle toe as our right sit bone is pulling towards the wall behind us. Left leg, same thing. Ground through the pinky edge of your left foot. And then have your left big toe, knee, hip bone, and navel pointing to the top left corner. Feel your inner thighs hug towards one another. And then can we feel our side body, our obliques engage to roll just our breastbone towards the side wall. Open your arms into T shape. Take your gaze over your right middle finger and hold it there. Easier said than done. Focus, inhale. Lower exhale. Stay where you are, inhale. Our right forearm will come onto our right thigh bone, palm faces up. Left hand can come to our hip, the ceiling, or the top corner of the room. Take your gaze to a comfortable spot for your neck. And now here, as your left foot grounds down, use that as an anchor to extend through your side. Find your Tadasana spine. As ears pull up, chin slightly tucks in. Hug your shoulder blades towards one another, helping to open through your chest. Bottom ribs pull in, belly button pulls up. Hold 3, 2, ensure your right hand is alive and a part of the pose. 1, and back into warrior 2. The Hillary special, inhale, a little bit lower, exhale. And then we'll straighten our right leg, hands to your hips for pyramid. So we'll shorten the distance just a little bit. Once again, I set my pelvis up for success to create Tadasana by stepping my left foot wide. Both hip bones, navel, breastbone point forward. I'm going to bring my hands to my hips and then start to squeeze my elbows back. Now, as this happens, we tend to arch through our spine. Can we keep our collarbones wide, but our front body engaged? Start to reach the crown of your head towards the front of your room. As you stretch your sit bones to the back of the room, inner thighs roll in, big toe mounds ground down. Hold 3, elbows up, 2, one more breath in, and rise to standing, breath out. Weight into your front foot just like we got in. Lift your left leg up to 90. As your thigh bone pulls up, your sit bone pulls down. Holding 3. Holding 2. Inhale. Tadasana. Exhale. From here, we'll take a forward fold. So let's sweep up as we breathe in. Soft knees, strong core, forward fold. Breathe out. Maybe your fingertips are resting on water bottles, big mason jars. If you've got blocks, use your blocks. Maybe you're taking opposite elbows for a ragdoll. Or hands could come just surrounding your ears, giving a gentle traction of your skull down. Even here, we're reminded of Tadasana. So what are your feet doing? Are your joints soft, your muscles engaged? Do you notice the strength, the softness, the balance of effort and ease? Slide up halfway, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Rise up, reach up, sweep up. Hands to heart. Mountain pose, Tadasana. Take a moment, reset. So maybe it's reconfiguring how you're standing on your feet, re-spreading your toes, re-lifting your arches, allowing your tailbone to descend down as the crown of your head lifts up. What are you pulling into, and where are you softening out of? Breathe in. Breathe out. Other side, hands to your hips. Ground through your left foot. Lift your right leg up. Our hands are providing feedback, so we're not doing weird things within our pelvis to create the shape. We're using similar muscles to when we were on our back, pushing our thigh into our hand into our thigh, pulling in, lengthening up. bit to help create tailbone length. Leaning shoulders back. Feel your belly button pull in and up. Inhale. Exhale. Let's sweep our arms up. Breathe in. Stay as you are. Breathe out. We'll do our pulls. As you inhale, reach up towards the ceiling. Exhale, create resistance. Elbows pull down by your sides. Shoulder blades hug together. Inhale, reach up. Keep your ribs in as you pull down. Squeeze your inner thighs together. One more, just arms. Inhale. Exhale, pull. Now we'll get our arms and legs going. Sweep up. Hover your right knee above the ground. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, hover. One more. Stay as you are. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hands to hips. Extend. Warrior one. So here our hips, belly button, breastbone still forward. But our right heel is now grounded. Set your pelvis up for success. As you ground the pinky edge of your right foot, feel your right shin bone, thigh bone, and hip bone spiral towards your left big toe. As you push your left foot down into your mat, extend your left knee forward, your right hip, or your left hip back. There's a lot of engagement pulling in through inner thighs. A lot of hugging in through your front body. And let's stretch our arms up. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Sit a little lower. Breathe out. One more breath in. Hands to hips. Warrior two. So maybe opening a little bit. Left leg is doing exactly what it was before. Left toes forward. Knee pulling towards your left middle toe. And your left sit bone reaching towards the wall behind you. Find your right big toe. Kneecap, hip bone, and your navel pointing towards the top right corner. There's internal rotation through our back. Keep your pelvis engaged, pointing your navel as you reach your breastbone towards the right side wall. Arms can open into T-shape from here. And take your gaze over your front middle finger. This is practicing our drishti, our gaze. Maintaining focus, bringing about more internal awareness. Without looking at your back leg, do you know where your back leg is pointed? Without looking at your right arm, do you know where your right arm is in space? Are you still inviting in the elements of Tadasana from your feet all the way up to your head? One more breath in. Sit lower, breath out. Inhale. Sit a little lower. We'll flip our left palm up, bringing our forearm onto our thigh bone. Right hand can come to our hip, the ceiling, or the top of the room. Once again, find a neutral place for your neck. If you're gazing to your fingers and it feels all crunchy and uncomfortable, change your gaze. And then find Tadasana. As you ground the pinky edge of your right foot, extend the crown of your head forward. Slightly tuck your chin in. Lean your upper body back, pulling your rib bones towards your hip bones. Engage in. Breathe in. Breathe both our hips in one line facing forward. Pull your elbows towards one another. Hug your rib bones back, and then start to hinge over your front thigh. As you push the sole of your left foot down, draw your left sit bone back. As you ground through the sole of your right foot, roll your right hip bone forward. Keep squeezing your inner thighs. Soften through your knees. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly lift yourself upright. We're going to come in, out the same way we got in. Ground through your left foot and lift your right leg up. As the sole of your left foot grounds down, extend the crown of your head up. Breathe in. And release. Mountain pose. Breathe out. Let's take a moment, roll our shoulders up, back and down. Big belly breath in through your nose. Sigh out through your mouth. Forward fold, inhale, sweep up. Nice soft knees, strong core, fold. So same options, maybe our hands are supported by something, a stack of books work as well. You could even bring your forearms down onto a support. Maybe ragdoll, traction your skull, or you might choose to slip your palms underneath the soles of your feet. This is gorilla. Now here, as your feet push down into your palms begin to pull up against your feet, creating traction. We're still in Tadasana, so feet still parallel. Inner thighs rolling back. Sit bones spreading wide. Do you still feel space across your chest? Breathe in. Breathe out. Release your hands. Come up halfway as you inhale. Fold forward as you exhale. To standing rise. And hands through heart. Sweet. We're going to take tree pose. Let's stay grounded on our right foot. Lift your left leg up, just like we started with. From here, we're going to use the muscles of our hips to open our leg off to the side. Still extending our thigh bone up to the ceiling as our sit bone reaches towards the mat. Draw your heel forward, create external rotation through your hip. And then maybe we kickstand our toes against our inner ankle. Find our inner calf or inner thigh. If you're coming up towards your pelvis, just mindful once again that we aren't doing weird things in our pelvis. And now here, get creative. Maybe your hands stay where they are. They could come in front, above, sideways, behind. Maybe a combination of all of the above. And then just for kicks, close your eyes. Notice what happens when we take away our drishti or our gazing point. Try it a couple more times. Don't take it super seriously. Fall, fail, it's all good. And then, whoop, back to standing. Mountain pose. Spread your toes, shoulders up, back and down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Other side. So we'll stand on our left foot, lift your right leg up. This lift is pulling in from low belly, from hip flexors, from quadriceps. And then take your right leg off towards the side. Create external rotation. So as our heel pulls forward, our thigh bone rolls towards the ceiling. Find tree. Maybe tippy toes inside of every foot. Inner calf or inner thigh. We are still in Tadasana from our left foot all the way up to the crown of our head. And then create shapes, explorations within your arms, maybe taking your gaze to a different spot. Once again, let's close our eyes. Notice what happens. No peeking. And release. Mountain pose. Fantastic. From here, we're going to come down into squat. So stepping your feet wide. If you want some support, this is a good place to bring a couple cushions or even a low chair underneath your seat. We're going to inhale, sweep your arms up. And then exhale, hands through heart, lower into kind of a plie. Knees tracking over your middle toes. Push through your heels, use your glutes, rise up. Exhale, lower. Hug your heels towards one another. Again, breathe in, reach up. And then we're going to lower into sumo to begin. So here, forearms on thigh bones. Grounded equally in our Tadasana stance through our feet. Arches still lifting up. Tailbone still extending away from our skull. Lift your hips up 1 inch. Lower 1 inch. Lift an inch. Lower an inch. One more lift up. And maybe you stay here, or maybe you come down into our little squat. Elbows can come inside your knees. If you want a little bit of movement, exploration of your hips, feel your thighs and your arms hugging in towards one another. Holding for 3, 2, 1. Fantastic. We're going to come into downward dog. So we could plant our feet, step back. This is a nice place to play with crow pose. Lifting our legs, maybe we hop back, and we'll meet in our dog. Remember that halfway push of grounding your fingerprints, a little slide of your shoulder blades up, soften your knees, legs still in Tadasana shape. Pull into plank. Push into dog. Embody those actions as you inhale, pull forward. As you exhale, push back. One more, pull forward. Push back. We'll take ourselves forward, plank. And then however you'd like, slowly lower onto your belly. From here, setting up for locust pose, we'll bring our hands down by our sides, forehead on the mat. Start to stretch your toenails back as you ground your pinky toenails down. Feel your pubic bone grounding down. And as you inhale, everything else lifts up. Feel your upper arms lifting up towards the ceiling. Feel your inner thighs lifting towards the ceiling. Keep stretching your tailbone away from your ears. Holding 3, 2, breathe in. And release, breathe out. Take your right ear down onto your mat. Soften for an inhale. Rest as you exhale. Nice. Chin to the center of your mat. We're going to move into skydiver. So here our legs come into a diamond shape. Big toe and inside of your heels push together. Arms come into cactus shape. Everything pushes in towards center as we rise up. Keep looking down. Fingernails, forward Keep drawing in, lifting up. 4. Couple more. 3. You can do this. 2. Inhale high as you go. And exhale. Left ear down. Take your inhale to relax. Your exhale to rest. 1 more back bend. Chin to the center of your mat. So you could do your locust again, or we could practice our floor bowl. Knees point straight to the back. Feet find Tadasana. As you begin to kick your toes to the wall behind you, your chest lifts up. Just like skydiver, gaze down. Feel your inner thighs rolling to the ceiling. Let your upper arm bones pull back, broadening your chest. Hold. 5, keep kicking. 4, lift. Please breathe. 3. A little bit more. 2. Inhale. And lower, exhale. Push back into child's pose. After back bends and nice counters to keep your knees and big toes together. Let your forehead come down. Fingers reach back for your feet. Or any variation of child's that feels good, restful, and restorative right now. Maybe you're able to feel your heartbeat. Maybe you become so still that you start to hear your heartbeat. Slowly pull up into tabletop. And then just take a moment to move. Maybe it's kind of seaweed spine. Maybe it's cat and cow. Maybe it's a seal, kind of up dog back bend. Really nice to close your eyes so that you can move from within. And then we're going to come through to our seat. Plant your feet on your mat. Reach your fingers forward. Spread your collarbones up. Maintain Tadasana spine. And then lift your right thigh up. Lower it down. Lift your left thigh up. Lower it down. Both legs lift up. Both pose. Maybe support the back of your thighs. We want to avoid excessive rounding in our lower back or a hunchback spine in our upper back. Feel your collarbones lift to the ceiling. Hug your big toes and your knees together. Lift up a little bit higher. And then release. Slowly lower all the way down onto your back. We're going to come into figure 4 for our hip. Keep your right foot planted. Left shin crosses over your right thigh. Take your arms out into T shape and let the shape rock side to side. It doesn't have to be big rocks. We're just noticing our left thigh bone rolling around in our hip socket. Fantastic. Can you start to ground your tailbone down, feeling your low back slightly lift off the ground? So this is our neutral spine. Maintain this as you draw your right thigh up towards your chest. If it's not feeling good, keep your right foot down. We could also interlace our fingers around our right hamstring or our right shin bone. Keep feeling wide. Breathe in. Breathe out. Release the hold of your right leg if you have it. Keep your legs in the figure 4 shape. And let this shape drop over to the right. Now the sole of your left foot is on the ground. Use deep muscles to start to reach your left knee away from your face. Stay grounded through your upper arm bones, grounded through your shoulder blades. Right now, gaze is up towards the ceiling. Take another inhale. And as you exhale, allow your left knee to come closer towards the ground. Maybe right hand assists. The goal right now is not to touch our left knee on the ground. The goal is to relax and lengthen our spine. Even here, we're all bound up, we're lying down. Is Tadasana present? What element could you invite into your twist to find a little bit more benefit for you in this pose? Notice how every inhale is your opportunity to create a little space. Every exhale, create a little more depth. One more breath in. And unwind, breath out. Lift both legs up to the ceiling, give them a good shake. The more you jiggle, the better you're doing. And switch sides. So we'll take our right shin bone over our left thigh. Arms open into T shape. And then allow the shape to rock side to side. Just exploring your right thigh bone, moving around in your hip socket. Maintain your breath, soften your eyebrows, and back through to center. Find a little back bend, recreating neutral spine, grounding your tailbone. Keep this arch in your low back as you lift your left thigh up towards your chest. Maybe hands come and bind around your left hamstring or your left shin bone. Maybe it's not working for you, then keep your left foot sole on the mat. Keep resistance between your right shin bone, your left thigh bone. And explore the ranges of your right hip. Fantastic. We'll release the hold if we have it. Let your figure 4 shape roll towards the left. The sole of your right foot grounds down as your right knee reaches away from your face. So this might feel really different from our figure 4 stretch, and that is okay. This is targeting a different action. This is using different muscles. And then we'll take it into our reclined twist. Slowly let your right knee fall towards the ground. Maybe your left hand assists. Stay grounded through your right upper arm bone, your right shoulder blade. Stay broad across your chest. And if you could cycle from your feet up towards your head, is there an element of Tadasana that might be missing? Maybe it's new breath. Beautiful. And then let's come back to center. Hug your knees into your belly. Give yourself a squeeze, a little embrace. And just like we started, that squeeze might turn into some rocks or some circles, maybe into the worst angle. Happy baby. Maybe in there, there's some movement. And then begin to think about, in order to relax completely in Savasana, what do you want to do? If you've got a wall handy, maybe you want to take your legs up the wall for a few moments. Or maybe that is your Savasana. If you're without a wall available, you could lift your legs up into an L shape. And sometimes our arms like to join in on the fun as well. If you have the cushion or a block or a couple sturdy books, you could slip them underneath your hips, kind of easing some of the strain of keeping your legs upright. Maybe you're craving a different type of recline twist. This is a good time to do a couple of those physio exercises that we never actually do. Just taking about 10 breaths, 10 deep breaths to move how we need to move, so that we know we are going to relax completely in our Savasana. There is no wrong way to move right now. It's just doing what you want to do. And then beginning to think about Savasana. So maybe this is your time to put on socks, maybe a sweater, or grab a blanket. You all know I'm a fan of something behind my knees, so maybe cushions or something, just so that our thighs are supported, creating or taking pressure off of our lower back. And then if you have it, set a timer for the appropriate amount of time. I like at minimum 7 minutes for Savasana. If you can do longer, do longer. Set your timer. Find your reclined position. Lay back and relax. Feel your bones sinking heavy. Allow your muscles to fall away from your bones. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose. Exhale out through your mouth. Bigger. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out through your mouth. Biggest breath in through your nose. Pause. Take another sip of air